Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be unboxing and reviewing this. This is Eagle Robo by Action Toys. It's basically an updated version of the old 1980s Machine Robo line of toys. Now, in the early 80s, Tonka imported the designs from Machine Robo and brought them as GoBots, and from this design we got the GoBot known as Leader 1. But Machine Robo in Japan is basically its own property, its own world. It had its own cartoon, which was actually pretty good, and actually I think it's a lot better than the GoBots cartoon. But when Tonka brought this to market, they kind of redid the whole thing. In the early 90s, Hasbro acquired Tonka, and with that they actually acquired the rights to GoBots. But because Tonka only licensed the designs, they did not own it. It was not part of that whole deal. So while it would be cool if Hasbro made like masterpiece versions of Leader 1 in this domestic market, I don't think that will happen anytime soon, as the designs I think are owned by Bandai and they would have to work something out with them in order to use those designs here and make updated versions of Leader 1, Cycle, etc. Anyway, let's get this guy on the review table. Hey, here we have Eagle Robo in his box, and I love the packaging for this. It's really made for collectors. Look at this front of the box. And then on the back, you can see his jet mode, which looks like a more modern take of the F-15 that he was based on. And let's open him up. Now, just like the Bike Robo, you're going to get a lot of things with him. And he does come in this nice collector packaging here. Everything nicely stacked together. Let's put this aside. It comes with his instruction book, or instruction sheet. Pretty easy design. Again, comes with a display stand. Okay, let's get into the actual contents. And oh, mine came with this little notice. I guess it's to help people transform them better without breaking them. So a little errata to the transformation. Okay, here we have the first part. His gun, which actually turns into the missiles. This is an adapter, so you can put him on the display stand and kind of pose him as if he is flying. Here is Eagle Robo himself. Okay, I'm going to put him aside a bit, and then we're going to actually go through the other contents. And here are the pieces for the display stand. A nice little touch that it included its one, so you can display it. And you know, like I said, it's really made for collectors. Everything just stacks in nice and neat in here, and you can easily store it back when you're done. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside, and let's get on to the robot itself. Here he is. Very nice representation of Eagle Robo. I mean, this guy actually looks really cool. He does have some metal parts in here, so which adds some weight to him, but it gives it a little bit of heft, which is kind of nice. Let's take this close-up shot of the head. Very nice. This part, I'm not, you know, this part of his arms actually pop out to make it seem more, I guess, bulky. You know, personally, I don't think it's necessary. I never imagined the figure to need to be bulky, but it's a nice touch. Nice clean paint apps over here. Not too many paint apps, but everything looks really nice and neat. Now, there is a little hollowness that you can see here in the back of the leg, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. As far as articulation go, let's see. The head is on this little ball joint, but this is probably the worst part for me. It's so thin. But, you know, he can rotate and go up and down, so a lot of articulation on the head. The arm has limited articulation on the upper part of the arm, the shoulder. But he can rotate here, 360. Rotate 360 like this. He does bend at the elbow, has a double jointed bend, so he can do this. And on the wrist, it can rotate 360 as well. So a lot of articulation in the arms. The waist can rotate 360. The legs can do the splits almost. And it's just basically on a ball joint. So he has that much movement. No thigh rotation, but oh no, actually there is. Just a little tight. So he does have thigh rotation. Learn something new every day. And then at the knee, he can bend about this much. He does have some articulation for the feet, mainly because of the transformation, but it is on a ball, so there's a lot of movement like that for his feet. And that's pretty much it for the articulation. He does come with this gun, which actually turns into the missiles for the jet mode, but you can put it on his hand here, and it fits really nice. I don't think the original Eagle Robo had a gun, or even the GoBot version, because if I remember in the cartoon, well, at least for the GoBots cartoon, they just shot lasers from their hands. Okay, let's get this guy into jet mode. Okay, to transform Eagle Robo into a jet mode, let's remove his gun here. And basically you take it apart. I'm not exactly, you know, I'm just not a fan of this gun design, but you know, it works. But I think it could probably be better. So these two pieces come out, put that aside, and these two missiles, 4 missiles, separate. And let's put that aside. Next, let's start with the top of the arm. Push this in, push that in, open the panels here so that, let's turn them around. This can fold in like that. If I can get it aligned, there you go. And the other one, same thing, fold it in like that. And let's do the legs as well. Let's flip out the wings. Flip out the wings here and the wings there. Close the toes together to form the thrust. And this area is gonna be the most complicated of the transformation. So first we want to lift this back panel up. What that does is it frees up this to move around, because they actually tab into here. After that, we want to bring this back like that, and then let's put the nose cone on the head. And I always have a hard time putting this in here, but it goes. Kind of like fit it in, and then tab it in here. Okay, once that's done, next we can work on the arms. So for the arms, we're going to rotate this way, because it's going to come in like that. So let me, and the trick is to do this without anything popping off. So let's rotate this part back. There you go. And then just like the original Eagle Robo / Leader 1, you can bring this forward. I always have a hard time aligning this for some reason, but it'll go. And I think this is the most difficult part of the transformation for me. And you know what? It could be just me, just to align all this, because it's the part I always have a hard time.
definitely for at least with mine, I gotta work it a bit to kind of make it all line up. There you go. There you go. So they're all together, nice and neat. And then for the legs, I'm gonna tab them together. And let's flip it over on the back. And they basically fold in like this. Very simply done. And these things will tab in. And you kind of just gotta make everything, you know, snap in place together. I'm gonna align them together. Hey, there you go. And then, last but not least, this piece, as you can see, I kind of did it already, but this piece needs to rotate like that, and it just kind of falls into place here, snaps there. And there you go. This is basically the jet mode, and let me kind of make sure I tab everything together so it's nice and tight. Very nice, clean jet mode. I like the bottom. I mean, there's a little bit of gaps and stuff. It would have been nice if there was some kind of panel that covered here, but that might be asking for too much. And then these pieces kind of just slide in here because this is part of the gun. There's a little hole that these things can go in. And then the missiles go into the wings, like so. And there you go. There is Eagle Robo in his jet mode. Very nice, clean jet mode. It has the landing gears as well. So let's put them down. There you go. The landing gears, and let's see if I can zoom in a bit. There you go. This is the jet mode of Eagle Robo. It's very nice. It's very plain. As you can see, there's no insignias or whatever. I guess if you had some model decals, you could probably give it, I'm not sure what scale this would be considered, but I guess you could. But like I said, it's a very nice, clean vehicle mode. I like it a lot, especially on the bottom. Alright, let's check out the stand. Okay, so here's Eagle Robo on the flight stand. Took me a while to get him balanced well because he's made out of die cast. If he's not balanced well, he will tip over. But it is a nice little touch to have this available to him. And, you know, it all comes nicely packaged together in the box. Anyway, that is pretty much it. I'm really liking this line. And I gotta say, there's other figures in that line that I'm wanting to get. And hopefully I'll be able to get them and put them on the review table in the future. Let me know what you guys think about this figure in the comments below. And thanks for watching.